Hi, welcome to Wednesday. We're just going to do questions. The questions have been coming in, which I love. And so we're going to do questions for the next couple of weeks. This is from Lisa in California. Um, and she wrote this, it was in January. Happy New Year. Um, she was on a Zoom chat and she had suspected that her home had some uh, portal. It had older house, past occupants, and I confirmed it for her on Zoom, and it was very helpful, she says. And she wants me to answer a couple questions for her. Could you, on YouTube, if time is relevant, could you describe your process for closing portals? I cannot, Lisa. I have to show people how to do that. And so I cannot do. And if I have a Quincy charm at the portal location, would that stop spirits from entering? Yes, it would. And some of the houses that I have found on Zoom absolutely do have a charm over where it is, and they do not have a problem. And her last question, do you think your difficulty with electronics is related to your ability to see and communicate with earthbound spirits? Thank you so much for all you share. I'm sure it has something to do with the electronics. It's just my energy. It's not the ghost that's breaking it. It's whatever is around me. I don't know. Okay, this one is from Wilma, and she is in Western Australia. I have two questions. One, are you one, are you ever planning on doing a worldwide tour, or at least popping over to Australia for some planned workshops and talks? I live in Western Australia, and while we are a relatively new country, we still have our fair share of ghosts, but we don't have the required experience to deal with them. It would be great to see you in person. Uh, Gee, now I sound like a stalker, but I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Um, Her question is, I have two house spirits. One is an Italian lady who dislikes women, though she loves my partner, Pete, and loves putting his things where they can't fall, or wakes him to ask him if he would like a glass of water. Because of her dislike of women, I get yelled at, and she has been known to throw pens at me. For the moment, we have called a truce, and she has calmed down a lot. Before I go to the next part of this, I have to tell you, Wilma, I have never met a ghost or have ever heard of a ghost waking somebody up and asking them if they wanted a glass of water. That is very strange indeed. And I have never known for somebody to try to bargain with the ghost and call a truce. Personally, I think that's just giving, her more energy. And your second is, I have also lately been feeling aggravated by a young male who I feel has tried to hit me on a few occasions. He seems dismayed that it isn't hurting me. I am not sure who he is or where he came from, but he's not nice. Any suggestions all the way over to Australia would be very much appreciated. Again, hitting you too, uh, I don't understand why you wouldn't feel the hit. That would be energy hitting you. I would think you would feel something. Uh, but again, I've learned never to say never. And Absolutely, I am not doing a world tour, probably never in this lifetime. And Australia, that's still a really long flight. And again, don't see that happening in the near future either. I would wonder, because I don't know enough about them, uh, are there any Aborigines that live close to you that have something similar to a medicine man or a spiritual healer or a shaman? Uh, do they mingle with you? And is it possible to maybe find somebody like that to come in and clear the house? If not, I would tell you to smudge, smudge, smudge. And I would suggest that you really do stop talking to them. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, this one is from Ivory. Oh, she is from New Zealand, Auckland. I was always fascinated with spirits and ghosts from a young age, so I have a couple of questions for you. When a ghost sees you, what do you look like to them? Just like this? That's how they would see everybody. It's the living that see them differently. I see them like a regular person, only not solid. Some people see shadow people. Some people see a cloud, a mist, a streak of lightning. It's all different for everybody. And how do the ghosts know that you are a ghost whisperer? Is there a light coming from you? That's how they know. Is it possible for an ordinary person to see them? Yes, other people have seen them too, and nobody's ordinary. Everybody's special in some way. But yes, and again, as a mist, as a streak of lightning, as a shadow person, they do not know that I can see them unless I tell them that I can see them. Or if I want their attention, I will wink at them, and then I'll wink again, and then they'll go like me, and it's like, yeah, you. So I have to tell them that I can see them or give them some sign that I can see them. It doesn't say I see ghosts tattooed to my forehead. So if I don't tell them, they don't know. And what do the ghosts look like at night? The same as they do during the day. There's no difference. And there's not any difference. The light in the room is different because it's dark outside or there's no lights on, but they look the same. And can they hurt you? They can't kill you. They can cause problems for you, but they cannot kill you. And can anyone see the spirits? Or it can be an imagination? Or is it just your imagination? I think somebody sometimes has seen a movie or read a book and maybe put the symptoms the same as what's going on in your house. So sometimes your imagination does play a part of it. This one is from Willa in California. I have a question. Can a ghost choose whose energy they want to steal while seemingly not bothering with others in the house? Yes, a ghost can be attracted to one person. You, as a live person, like some people and other people you don't like for whatever reason. Ghost is the same way. And keep in mind, they have the same personality they had when they were alive. So if they didn't like short, hairy people when they were alive, they're not going to like short, hairy people when they're dead. And it just goes with it. Um, and I feel there's a presence of possibly more than one person that is irritating my husband, but not bothering anyone else. I feel very comfortable with whatever is here, but his personality toward the kids has changed dramatically over the past year and a half. Although my husband will agree that strange things have been happening, he won't go as far as to say they are real. Yes, but earthbound spirits in a house, they may be mostly affecting one person in the house, but it is affecting everybody in the house. It's like secondhand smoke. The ghost is attached to maybe your husband, but the energy is affecting everybody in the house. You sound like you would be a candidate for Zoom, because I would be able to tell you for sure if there's something in your house or not. And it's July, and they're all done for this month. But there are 3 next month, and that might be the way to do it. There's one on Friday the 13th. There's one on Monday the 23rd, which is also the day after a full moon, and there's one on August 30th. So think about coming on Zoom and let's see exactly what's going on in the house. This is from Erica, and she's in Ohio. Do earthbound spirits stay with a person for a long time? It's their choice. They may want to stay with you just for a day, a year, 2 years, but they can come and go as they please. There's no time limit or time restriction. I feel that a ghost has been with me since I was a child. I feel that my life has been sabotaged by this spirit because I've missed out on chances in my life. Have not realized many of the dreams for whatever reason. I don't know. Opportunities were there for me, but for some reason I changed my mind and later regretted the decision. I continue to get migraine headaches and have other ailments that have been with me throughout my life. The type of ghost that would hang out with a child would not follow you from being a child. I would guess that you've had other ghosts hang out with you over the course of the years. Unless, when you were a child, you messed with the Ouija board. And a ghost hooked up with you then. And yes, that ghost could be a real pain for the rest of your life because it's been with you for so long. And it sounds, but with the headaches and no relationships, and I wonder if maybe you don't have negative energy on you, because a curse, the 3 things a curse would affect are health, money, and relationships. You, again, I think are a good candidate for Zoom. I think you should get on and let's see exactly what it is you have. Is it negative energy, a curse, or is it a ghost? This one is from Regina, and she is in Nebraska. My husband's sisters, who actually dabbled in witchcraft in their teenage years, my husband remembers this as a child and says that his sisters put a curse on our family years ago. First, it affected my husband, then myself, and finally our children. We are all being affected mostly with poor health, unusual illnesses, one thing after another. This has been going on for about 9 years. What can we do to combat it? This, if anything? Like I said, my husband, who is the youngest of 8 members, his older sister had the witchcraft books and tarot cards and the like. Just because somebody reads tarot cards doesn't mean they're a witch. And there's actually nothing wrong with being a witch. It is a form of religion. And let's face it, there's good and bad in any religion. So that doesn't automatically mean they're somebody bad. I think this curse business, I would think, again, I think you may be a candidate for Zoom too. But why don't you go to the library and get When Ghosts Speak or buy it? The whole last chapter in this book is how to remove negative energy. Come on Zoom or go get this book and have somebody do the little ceremony on the back. Now, you have children in the house. You didn't say how old the kids are. If they're under 18, they do not have negative energy on them. They're being affected by negative energy on you or your spouse, but it is not on them. So if you do the little ceremony in When Ghosts Speak, that should definitely take care of whatever's going on, if that's what it is. It won't get rid of a ghost if that's what the problem is. And from your letter, I'm thinking it could go either way. Okie doke, I got a bunch of letters coming in from people that are talking about aliens after we did the alien YouTube, and a bunch of stuff come in about fairies after we did the 10 o'clock Wednesday morning live chat. So it'll be definitely letters again next week, and after that, if there's enough of the aliens or the fairies, or I'll combine the both, and that'll be that one. Okay, have a really great week, and I will talk to you next Wednesday. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.